Hoss, listen to this. This is something. This is really something.
Look, Joe, my breakfast is really something. If you'll just let me eat it, please.
It says right here, Inspector Foote of the Yard captured the killer by the red clay he discovered on the murderer's boots.
Pass the eggs, will you?
Pass the egg? I tell you about one of the greatest feats in the world of criminology, and all you can say to me is pass the eggs?
No. I can say one other thing. Pass a ham, too.
That's a use. Trying to broaden your mind, and all you're thinking about is broadening your middle.
Look, little Joe, you broaden what you want to broaden. I'll broaden what I want to broaden, all right?
Good morning.
Good morning, Paul.
Morning, Hoss. Morning, Joe.
Oh, good morning, sir. Sorry.
Look, Joe, I mean to talk to you. Last couple of weeks, you've been doing nothing but reading that detective stuff. Joseph, I don't know how many times I've told you.
Not to read at the table. I'm sorry, Pa.
Joseph, it's not just your reading at the table. It's that every time I've looked at you in the last couple of weeks, you've got your nose buried in some detective novel.
Oh, just that every time I go to put the book down, I get involved in another interesting case, that's all.
Really? Well, now, I have a very interesting case for you.
A case for me?
Yes. I have a case of horseshoes waiting at the livery stable to be picked up by you as soon as you've finished your breakfast. And I have a deposit I'd like you to leave at the bank for me, too. Hoss, you'd better go into town with him, make sure he doesn't buy any more of those crime novels.
Right, Paul.
My son, the detective.
Hi, Charlie. How are you?
Oh, fine, Hoss. Fine. How are you?
Couldn't be better.
Hi, Joe. How's your brother? Any well?
Yeah, he's all right. He's just all wrapped up reading about Scotland Yard.
You'd think with a ranch as big as yours, a fella'd have enough to learn without reading about somebody else's yard.
Yeah. Well, never mind. Charlie, Paul tells me you got some horseshoes here for us. Is that right?
You betcha. All ready to go.
Fine. Look, if you'll load them on the wagon and water these horses down for us, I'd appreciate it. Me and Joe's got to go down to the bank. We'll be back in a minute.
Have them ready for you when you get back, Hoss.
Joe? Well, hi there, Paul. I didn't know...
Morning, Hoss.
Morning, Miss Joe. Good morning, Miss Bessie Sue.
Good morning, Hoss.
I would like to speak to the manager of this bank,
You're speaking of him, gentlemen. Tom Barnes, sir.
Harry Perkins, until recently a resident of New York City. Mr. George Sims, my associate of many years.
How do you do, sir? Come in, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Well, now, may I help you, gentlemen?
The reason we're here, I'm expecting a sizable amount of cash arriving in Virginia City within the next few days. I would like to open an account here at your bank.
Yes, certainly. I have the new account forms right here.
First things first, Mr. Barnes. I am concerned with the safety of your bank. I've heard and read about the bank robberies and the holdups you people have out here. You can understand that I...
Mostly exaggeration, sir.
I can assure you your money will be quite safe here in our bank.
I'll accept that, but for my own peace of mind, I would like to see your vault.
Yes, well, well, I don't know. Your request is rather unusual.
So is the size of my deposit, Mr. Barnes.
Oh, yes, yes. No, I can't see that it would be any harm in it. Follow me, gentlemen. I think you'll be quite impressed with our vault. We just installed it a year ago, and it's made by the same firm who makes vaults for most of the New York banks. There you are, sir. The finest steel in the world. And a 3-stage combination. The most modern safe on the market today.
I have to tell you, sir, that this is the vault held in the highest esteem by myself and my colleagues.
Thank you a lot, Miss Bessie Sue. You sure do make banking a pleasure. Joe, will you go solve a crime or something? Miss Bessie Sue, there's going to be a dance this Friday night at the Grange Auditorium, and I was thinking maybe that...
I'm sorry, Hoss, but I've already had 6 invitations. But I'll save you a dance.
You save your dance. You save your dance. Did you see that? Did you see that?
I sure did. Ain't she got the prettiest eyes you ever saw?
I'm not talking about Bessie Sue. I'm talking about the fellas that went in the back of the bank with Mr. Barnes.
Oh, what about them?
They were asking about the safe.
So what?
So I just read a chapter in the book that tells you exactly the same thing. These bank robbers come into the bank. They tell the manager they're worried about their money being safe. He shows them all over the place. The next thing you know, they've robbed it.
Joe, will you stop all this imagining? Just like Paul said, you've been reading too many of these dang detective books now.
Boss, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you that we're going right now. Now, Paul sent me into town to take care of you, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. Yes,
Boss, I'm telling you, it's in.
How much were we?
I'll tell you in a minute, Hoss.
Wait! Stop!
So, been reading too many books, huh? Come on, let's go. Hold it, you. Hurry up. Get out of the way, Charlie. Get up, Dwight. You all right, brother?
I don't know, little Joe. I reckon I am.
Oh, good. Burned it. We had our chance, and we missed it.
Well, it looks like you're going to get your chance again because them 2 desperados is coming back.
Sorry to have yelled like that, but you forgot your case.
Well, thank you very, very much. How forgetful of me.
Our bank aims to please.
I can see that. I think our relationship is destined to be very profitable. See you soon.
You know, there's something funny going on here. There's definitely something funny going on.
You dead burn right. There's something funny going on around here, and I'll tell you what it is. Matter of fact, something hilarious. It's very funny, number one, that I drive off in a wagon that ain't even hitched up. Now, that burn it, Joe, we got to get them horseshoes delivered out there at the range somehow. Now, come on, help me.
Look, they're going in a hotel.
Well, I'll be darned. Now, where'd you reckon they was going to sleep? On the street?
Come on, let's get over there and find out what's going on.
Joe, will you stop this nonsense? We got to get them horseshoes out there at the
Now,
range.
look, I know what I know, and I feel what I feel. Now, I'm going to go over to that hotel and find out what I can find out. You can either come with me or you can stay here.
Here you are.
Thank you.
Go over there and keep him busy.
Keep him busy doing what?
Talk to him. Talk about the weather, anything. Go on.
Hoss, Joe, what can I do for you?
Howdy, Bob. Well, I just thought I'd come over and talk to you about the weather.
The weather?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hadn't thought about it at all.
You ain't thought about the weather?
No.
Well, you men ought to think about the weather once in a while. I bet you ain't even looked out today, have you?
No, I can't say I have.
What do you think?
It looks about average. Yeah, I'd say it was about average for this time of year.
Keep an eye on it.
Quiet. They're in room 6.
Joe, that's just...
Joe, now.
Can't hear a thing.
Good, let's go.
Now, wait a minute. We can't quit now.
Well, maybe you can't, but I can.
All right, go ahead and quit. Go ahead and quit if that's what you want. But if I'm right, you're gonna have to live with that on your conscience the rest of your life. You want that? Do you?
Well, no, but Dad...
All right, then open that door a crack and see if you can hear something.
Wait a minute. You want me to open the door, right?
Yes, I want you to open the door, right? Come on.
Why me?
Because you're taller than I am.
Yeah.
Oh, easy. Easy, easy, easy. Shh, shh. Open a little bit more.
Joe, it just ain't right
It's
for us.
hard. It's our duty.
Joe, it ain't the right thing to do to go around opening people's doors.
All right, all right. I got a better idea. I'll get on your back and try to look in the transom up there.
All right, now that's better. Now you're using your head.
Okay. Pause.
Howdy, ma'am. You wouldn't be interested in some encyclopedias, maybe, or... No. Now, look, ma'am, you're bigger than I am.
Pause. Are you all right?
Joseph, I thought you said room 6. You did say room 6, didn't you?
Yes, I saw it right on the register. Room 6. I'm positive. You can go look for yourself.
Joseph, did you turn that register around before you looked at that 6?
Oh, why?
Joe, what does a 6 look like upside down?
A 9. Horse, a 9. Good thinking. Room 9. Let's go. Come on.
Joe, don't you think we've gone to enough trouble for nothing?
Do you see me quitting because the going gets rough? Room 9.
It couldn't be better. Got a fine view of the street. The bank, the mercantile.
Yeah. I think this whole thing is working out nice.
I can hear him. Listen. Listen.
What did you think of that vault?
Well, I've seen better and I've seen worse. I say about only one burglar in 100 could open it.
All right. All right. Now, what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Joe, I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
Sorry.
What are we going to do now?
We gotta get over to the jail and tell Clem. Come on.
Yeah.
Let me get this straight. You say that some fellow named Foote told you that these two strangers are going to rob the bank.
No, he did not tell us that they were going to rob the bank. I read it in this book he wrote.
You actually heard these two men say they were going to break into that safe?
Well, no, we didn't hear them say it in that exact words, but that's what they meant.
Why don't you let me decide what they meant? Just tell me what they said.
All right, all right. Now, the one man said that they had a good view of the street and the bank from their window.
That's right. And the other fellow said that there wasn't one bank robber in the whole country, not one out of 1,000, that could break into that safe, didn't he?
Right, right.
Is that all?
Is that all? Is that all? How much do you need? It's obvious what they plan to do, Clem. Now, it's your duty to get over to that hotel and arrest them.
That's right.
Arrest them. For what? Because they've got a good view of the bank from their window. Or because they think the bank has a good safe. They haven't done anything.
But they are going to do something. They're going to do it.
Oh, I'm sure there are lots of people in Virginia City going to do something wrong. Someday. But I can't arrest them until they do it.
And that is your final word, huh?
That is my final word. Now, boys, the law is law. I appreciate your concern. And I'll keep an eye on these two. If they make a move, I'll get them.
Well, I think you're making a big mistake, Clem. A big, big, big mistake. And I want you to remember one thing. Remember what they say about an ounce of prevention.
The law is my job. I can handle it. And without your help?
Come on, Hoops.
Now, wait a minute, Joe.
Yeah?
You know, Joe, maybe he's right. I mean, after all, they didn't say for sure they was going to rob the bank.
A minute ago in there, you said it meant exactly the same thing.
Yeah, but maybe you and me is just getting a little hasty.
Hasty nothing. Clem's making a mistake. A big mistake.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this. Clem's the sheriff, and we got to let him do his job.
Yeah, that's if he can do the job. And I'm not so sure about that. Now, if that was Sheriff Coffee in there, I'd feel secure. I don't think Clem has got the experience.
Well, I'll tell you this. We don't get them horseshoes back out to Ponderosa. Me and you're going to have an experience. I can tell you that.
Hey. Come on, let's go.
What? Joe, we got to get them horseshoes back out
Look,
there.
those horseshoes are going to wait. I'm not going to pants up a chance like this.
What chance?
Chance, Chester Porch. Right, look, right here. Whiskey, says Foot, often loosens the tongue. Now, that's right out of Foot's mouth.
Joe, we...
Well, come on. You do just what I do, you understand?
I'll do what you do.
All right. Let's go. Howdy, stranger.
Howdy, stranger.
We're new in town. Mind if we join you for a drink?
We're new in town. You mind if we join you for a drink?
Well, I'm new here myself. I could use some company over a drink.
Oh, fine, thank you. How long you been in town?
Just got in.
So did we. We're looking for some work, breaking horses. How about you?
No, that work's a little too dangerous for me. I like a nice, safe job.
Hey, bartender. Got a couple of beers and a bottle of whiskey from a friend here. Hey, it's on me. It's on me. Come on, hurry up here. Some thirsty men. Ah, that's more like it. Here, let me pour that for you. That's good whiskey. How about a toast? To an interesting afternoon.
To an interesting afternoon. I drink whiskey, my friends drink whiskey, too.
That's nice. I really... Well, I'm gonna tell you something. That bank really holds a lot of gold. But tremendous amount of gold.
For a newcomer, you sure know your way around.
We make it our business to know around our way. Well, you know.
How long did you say the regular sheriff would be out of town?
At least 2 weeks. 2 at least. Wouldn't you say it?
Huh?
Was it about 2?
Oh, yeah, at least. At least 2 weeks.
And it isn't fair to leave a beautiful community like this unprotected by leaving an inexperienced deputy in charge with a big gold shipment coming into this community.
When will the gold arrive?
By the end of the week. Oh, that's tremendous gold. We should get another bottle, shouldn't we?
Oh, thank you, boys. I better be getting along.
Oh, come on, don't run off. We'll have another bottle here.
I'll be seeing you around.
Okay, we see you. We see you, stranger.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Are you sure you played this whole thing right?
I mean, am I sure? Certainly I did.
I mean,
Am I sure?
it seems to me like you gave him a whole lot more information than he gave you.
Oh,
I love you, little
no,
brother.
look,
It don't make no
but
difference.
you don't understand the workings of the criminal mind, you see.
Oh.
See what I was doing? I was leading him down the road.
Oh.
Slowly gaining information from him, tricking him slowly. Just leading him, and eventually, as I knew in my heart, he fell for it.
Joe. Joe. Just gonna ask him what they did mean by that ounce of prevention.
All I did was ask you to go into town and do a simple little errand. Stand up when I talk to you. Yes, sir. It wasn't a very difficult errand, was it? Was it?
There was it. No, sir, it wasn't.
No, sir, it wasn't. And it shouldn't have taken more than about 2 hours. Am I right? Am I right?
Always right, always.
Evidently, it was not a simple errand. And it did not take 2 hours. It took 12 hours, and then I had to go into town and bring you back myself. And why did I have to go into town and bring you back myself? Why? Why?
Because you told me to keep an eye on little Joe?
Because you were drunk. I admit it was the first time it happened, to my knowledge, but that does not make it excusable. And then, when I asked you why I found you in that condition, what was your reply? Oh, please. How could I possibly forget? You told me that you were drunk because you were trying to capture bank robbers.
That's right. That's right, and there's a crime about to be committed.
Joseph, there is a crime about to be committed. And I'm desperately restraining myself from committing it this very instant. stand up straight when I talk to you.
Yes, sir.
Now, evidently, I have not been giving you boys enough to do around this ranch. I will remedy that situation starting tomorrow. What? Nothing! Take your hands on me. Now, I am going to bed. And I very seriously advise you two to do the same thing. Because tomorrow is going to be a long, long day.
Oh, boy. Whew, he was mad.
Yep. I can see that chores piling up already for tomorrow.
We got work to do.
Not till in the morning we don't.
Private detectives work at night.
Private what?
Private detectives.
Joe, look, I don't know about you. I ain't no detective, private, public, or otherwise. Besides, we're in enough trouble with Paul already.
That's right, we're in trouble with Papa. What shape do you think we'd be in with him if we caught ourselves a couple of bank robbers, huh?
Joe, you just go ahead and do whatever you want to, but count me out.
All right, fine. Fine, forget it. There's a lot of other girls around besides Bessie Sue.
What's Bessie Sue got to do with this?
Well, just suppose you caught the men who were about to rob the bank where she worked, perhaps even saving her life.
Yeah. But, Joe, I don't know nothing about this detectiving.
Hoss, a man with your courage and strength would be wasted in any other field.
Yeah?
Oh, with your skill, your bravery, your knowledge, you could go right to the top.
Yeah, probably.
No probably about it, brother. Definitely.
Definitely. Let's go, Joe. I'm with you all the way.
That's good.
Hey, Joe, how come we got to pile this mud around the bank anyhow?
But don't you remember me telling you how Inspector Foote caught the criminals because they had clay on their boots?
Yeah?
Well, anybody who tries to get in the bank is going to have red clay on their boots.
Well, yeah, but how come we got to go all the way out to Porcupine Creek to get this mud? All we'd have to do is just pour some water around here, and then there'd be plenty of mud.
That'd be plain mud. Just ordinary mud. We need something distinguishable. Red clay. We'll be able to see it for miles. We'll know who did it.
Yeah. Hey, you know, this detective is kind of interesting.
I thought you'd like it.
Wait a minute, Joe. You mean I gotta spread this mud around here every night until them fellas decide to rob this bank?
Hoss, I think it's a small price to pay for your community. Not to mention Bessie Sue.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Get back to work. Don't bother me anymore. I've got a lot of reading to do.
Joe, I'm so doggone sleepy after 4 nights hardly any sleep at all. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it, really.
Well, go on, eat. You'll feel better.
Eat? So Dad burned, weak, and tired. I can't even chew, much less eat.
Well, it's not gonna be much longer. They're gonna make their move soon.
Well, they better. 'Cause if they don't, I'm gonna rob that bank myself so I can start getting some sleep.
Well, look, you don't hear me complaining, do you?
No. I don't see you shoveling much of that mud, neither.
Well, somebody has to stand watch, right?
There ain't a whole lot of watch standing you can do laying up there on top of all them crates snoring.
Now, look, Shh.
You go show to the breakfast table? I thought you had a full day's work ahead of you.
Oh, yeah, we were just about to get started, Pa. We sure didn't want to leave the house without saying goodbye to you. That's all.
All right. Better get on your way, then.
Oh, excuse me, Pa. Come on, Hoss. We gotta finish work. Goodbye. Oh. Come on in, Clem.
Joe,
Pa's over there having breakfast. Come on in.
you managing to stay out of the way of the law?
Oh, sure. Yeah, Hoss and I are just on our way to work. Hoss. Hoss, we're on our way to work.
Oh, yeah, to work. Oh, hi, Clem.
That was good to see you again.
Clem, come on in. Have a cup of coffee.
Morning, Ben.
Morning, Clem. Hop saying bring in a fresh cup, will you?
Something wrong with Hoss? He looks terrible.
I don't know. Been like that the last couple of days. I've been working him hard, but it never bothered him before. I ought to go in. Well, I ought to have him go in and see Doc Martin.
That's a good idea. Could be just spring fever.
Yeah. Well, I know he didn't come all the way out here, Clem, just to inquire after my son's health. What can I do for you?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. I'd like you to come to town and have a look yourself.
Well, all right. Finish your coffee and we'll go to town.
Fine. Well, there it is. The same's out front. It's under both doors and all the windows. Bank manager noticed it the last 3 or 4 days. Every morning they clean it up. And the next morning it's back again.
Well, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, what kind of idiot would want to pile mud around like this?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, it must be a bunch of kids playing.
I don't think so. Kids break windows right on walls. But somebody went to a whole lot of trouble to tote that much mud in here.
They sure did. They surely did. Well, I can't make head or tail of it.
Neither can I. Whatever the scheme is, it's one I've never seen before. Frankly, it's got me worried. Ben, I need your help.
Well, all right. What do you want me to do?
Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. Now, here's what I figured we'd do.
Nice and quiet. Just a little bit longer, and then we'll hit it.
I just hope there's half as much money in the bank as that kid said there'd be.
There's a lucky break running into him. We might have hit it before the gold shipment arrived.
I always knew whiskey was good for something. Well, here's to a profitable evening.
Joe, look, I've been thinking.
Well, stop thinking. It's all clear. Go get the wagon.
No, wait a minute. Now, just think a minute. What's gonna happen if nobody's gonna rob the bank? What happens if nobody robs it? In a month, me and the bank both are gonna be up to our necks in mud.
Look, how many times have I had to tell you to... Shh. I thought I heard something. They're in there. They're in there. I thought they might hit
Let's go
tonight.
get Clem.
No! No, we're not gonna get Clem. We're gonna share the glory with a man who wouldn't even believe us in the first place. Besides, while we're over there getting Clem, they might get away.
Yeah, but Joe,
No. There's only one thing we can do. You've got to rush him.
Wait, Joe, wait.
No. When I count to 3, hit that door. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You got him, Moss?
Yeah.
Hold on, get the light lit. All right.
Get still there. I'll break it. I'll break it.
Pause. Don't break it.
Hi, Paul.
You're sitting on me.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, Paul,
Take your hands off me. Clem, you all right?
I'm all right, I guess.
Hand me my hat.
Yes, sir. Yeah, here's your hat, Paul. It's all
Stop pleading it. Just hand it to me.
But, Pa, I just...
Be quiet. Walk out of here and walk straight to the jailhouse.
guns. Before you make another mistake and shoot your father.
I'll be along in a minute. I'll have to fix this door.
Keep moving out of the jail.
That was close. It could have been us.
Those are the two drifters I was talking to in the saloon the other day.
That deputy's a little bit smarter than I figured.
What do we do?
Let's go back to the hotel. I'll figure something out.
Oh, we're sorry about your eye.
It begins to make a little bit of sense. It all begins to make some sense now. You two were the ones who slopped that mud all around the bank, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we slopped a little mud around.
Why in heaven's name did you do that? Why?
Well, you see, we were going to catch the bank robbers because they would have the mud on their boots if they robbed the bank, and then we'd know it was them. See, it's all right here in the book, chapter 14.
Put that book away.
Paul, we didn't think that we were...
That's right. You're absolutely right, Hoss. You didn't think. But you are going to have time to think. You are going to have time to think. Clem, I want you to keep these two in here for some time.
You, sure that's what you want, Ben?
I've never been so sure of anything in my life. Never. And now, boys, I'm going to go home. And I'm going to sit in front of that beautiful fireplace. And I'm going to try to figure out where I went wrong as a father.
Joseph, that's the last time I'm going to ever listen to you.
Boss, I never told you it would be easy being a detective.
A detective? Joseph, we ain't detectives. We're prisoners.
Hop Sing? Hop Sing?
Mr. Cartwright, Hop Sing heat dinner one time. Hop Sing heat dinner again, and again. Start out with a roast this big, now roast is this big. You not come home for dinner on time, Hop Sing no cook. What happened to your eye?
Never mind what happened to my eye. I am in no mood to listen to your troubles. I have enough of my own. Now just be good enough to serve me my dinner, please.
Where Mr. Hoss, Little Joe?
Hoss and Joe are in jail.
All right. In jail? Hop Sing go get wagon. We go to town, we get them out.
I have no intention of going into town. I have no intention of getting them out. I have just finished putting them in. And don't ask me why.
But Mr. Hoss get hungry in jail. He used to Hop Sing cooking.
Then he'll have to get used to the cooking in jail. Now, serve me my dinner, please.
Hold there.
I think I was putting them into jail to starve them to death or something, the way he carries on. Being in jail will be good for him. Thank you, Hop Sing. Hop Sing, I'm in no mood for any jokes. Just bring the roast.
Bread, water, good enough for son. Bread, water, good enough for father.
He's right. He's right.
should get him out of there. Well, I will. It's the last time. The last time.
Nothing moving at all since that fellow left the sheriff's office.
Yeah, nothing moving now. But I don't want to start cracking that safe and having the deputy walk in on me. With him all spooked up about those drifters trying to rob the bank, he just might do it.
Wait a minute. What would happen if those two drifters were to break out of jail?
Well, how could they?
They might just have a friend who would help them.
So they bust out. And the next morning, the law finds out the bank has been robbed.
And the posse takes out after them, and we sit here and count the money until we're ready to take the stage to San Francisco.
Beautiful.
What do you want?
Boss. Come on, wake up.
You know, you boys can get 10 years in jail for trying to rob a bank like that.
But you don't understand. We didn't.
We didn't get anything.
You got caught, that's all it takes. They'll throw the book at you.
Oh, yeah? Well, you wait till we get out of
Yeah,
here.
look, if we could only get out of here. Come on, give us a break and let us out.
What do you think, Sims?
Well, they did me a good turn once. Why not?
Oh, all right. They're just a couple of poor drunks anyway. Now, you take my advice and get out of town just as fast as you can.
You betcha.
Oh, I'll take your advice, mister. Thanks a lot.
You heard that, Alex?
See how Clem is.
He's all right. He's going to sleep well.
Let's go.
That banker wasn't fooling when he said they had up-to-date equipment. This one will take at least 3 minutes.
What do you think we ought to do?
One of them's probably on guard. We'll hide here and jump him when they come out.
All right.
Clem?
Here.
Well, I think maybe the boys have had enough time to think.
Clem? What the heck happened to him?
Oh, somebody knocked on the door. I went out to see who it was. That's all I remember.
Let me have a look at that. I'm sorry. Is it all right?
Oh, I'm all right.
My son.
The last time I saw them, they were in this cell. They were saying something about the bank.
The bank. Bank.
Bank.
Yeah, you all right?
Yeah, fine. You all right?
Yeah, a little tougher than I thought. Didn't figure on 4 of them.
Get inside, get a light. We'll see what we got here.
Right.
We've done it. Yeah, good. Good. Now. Oh. Oh.
Thanks for coming in to testify at the hearing. Well, that's the last bank those two will break into for some time. Thanks to you.
Well, it's all in a day's work, Clem.
Clem, I must say I'm proud of these two boys.
Thanks, Paul.
I don't always agree with their methods, but it's the results that count. Well, thanks again, boys.
Call on us anytime, Clem. Feel free.
Well, you boys ready to go along home?
Paul. You know, since we did such a good job and you're so proud of us, right? Well, we was thinking maybe that you might give us a day off.
How about it? Well, shucks. I think you've earned it. Sure.
Hey, thank you.
See you back home.
Right.
Thanks, Paul. We'll see you.
Watch yourself riding.
Yeah, take it easy, Paul. I don't see you get hurt. Well, Joe, it's been some week, ain't it?
Yeah, it has.
I must say, I'm glad to see it over. Now all I want's a nice cold beer and a nice little piece of soft music, huh?
Now look over there. See the fellow walking in the livery stable?
Yeah, what about him?
I'd swear I saw him on one of the posters in Clem's office. I didn't get a good look at him, but I think that might be him. Now, the important thing to do is to spread out. Spread out. Inspector Foote said don't make yourself an easy target. Spread out. All right, now, I want you to go on around the back. As soon as I know you're ready, I'll go in the front. Pause? Hey, huh? Huh? Chapter 14. How to work alone.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold it. You don't need that gun, boy.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. It all depends on what you want.
I saw your fire. It's just wonder what you're doing here.
Is this your land?
Yeah? Name's Cartwright. This is Ponderosa land. Why'd you put down that gun, boy? What are you doing here?
I'm fixing some beans.
I'll tell you what, I got me a better idea. Why don't we put out this fire and you come along with me back to the ranch house and I'll get you something substantial to eat. Looks like you could use it.
Look, I'm just drifting through. I'm not asking for charity.
I didn't realize I was offering any.
No, I guess you weren't. Look, I'll just eat up what I got here and I'll move on. If you're worried about the fire, don't be. I'll put it out.
I wasn't worried about the fire. You all right, boy?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, maybe you better come along with me, huh?
Well, I don't need your help. I don't need anybody's help.
Just make sure you put out the fire before you leave.
Yeah, I said I would, didn't I?
Well, what about him?
There's nothing wrong with that, lad. A dozen or more square meals won't cure.
You mean that's all that's wrong with him? Just ain't been eating regular?
Not regular for the past couple of weeks or so, I'd say. Good thing you found him, Ben. In his condition, he might have come down with anything. But he'll be fine as long as he gets some rest and plenty of Hop Sing's good cooking. Nothing more I can do.
How about some coffee?
No, thanks. I got to get back to town.
Take it easy, Doc.
You bet.
Thanks for coming out, Doc.
That's all.
Night. Well, I'd better get some food for that young fella.
Oh? Well, like the doc says, it is sort of strange that a young boy like that be riding around missing meals.
Well, I guess it is strange, but it happens.
Yeah, you don't reckon he's maybe running from the law, do you?
Why do you say that?
Well, you said he pulled a gun on you.
Yeah, he did pull a gun, but the gun was empty. He didn't have any ammunition on him. Now, I think he's just a scared kid down on his luck. But that hot soup of Hop Sings will do him a lot of good.
What's going on? I just saw Doc Martin leave.
Yeah, Paul ran into this young fella out in the North Pasture today and standing there talking with him. The kid just collapsed. He brought him in. He's up there now.
How's he doing?
He's all right. Doc says a little sleep, a few square meals, and he'll be all right. Hey, you're working sort of late, ain't you, little brother?
Well, I got 101 things to take care of if I'm to leave for Placerville in the morning.
All right, Joe.
Hey, Bob.
Everything all right?
Yeah, Hoss was just telling me about that boy he found.
Oh, yeah. Well, he'll be fine. He's just tired and hungry, you know. You got everything taken care of?
Yeah, got it right here. Got the power of attorney from Sam Bates and the letter from Jim Powers.
Yeah, good. Oh, listen, Joe. Be careful of Slim Hackett. Don't let him skin you on those horses. He's been trying to skin me for 20 years.
Hey, don't you worry, Pa. I won't let Slim take advantage of me. You taught me right. If I'm going to leave bright and early in the morning, I better get some sleep.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, little brother, you ought to get all the sleep you can, because you want to look your best for all them pretty gals you're going to meet in Placerville.
Now, Hoss, how can you say a thing like that? You know the only thing on my mind is work.
Sure.
Yeah, well, you just make sure that most of your mind is on work.
Oh, it will be, Pa. It will be. Most of it. Good night.
Morning. Feel any better?
I feel all right.
Good. Good. I'll have you sit down. Enjoy your breakfast? You know, I told you my name, but I guess I missed hearing yours.
Billy.
Billy. Well, nice to know you, Billy. Billy what?
Billy Wilcox.
Where you from, Billy?
Arizona. Hey, what'd you do with my clothes?
Oh, I'm afraid your clothes sort of fell apart just as soon as they hit the water. You know, clothes got to be washed now and then.
Look, I ain't had much time for that kind of thing lately.
Yeah, well, never mind. We rounded you up another outfit.
I told you I don't want no charity. I'll pay you.
You got any money, son?
No, not right now.
You know, a young fellow like yourself doesn't usually get into this kind of condition. You running away from something?
I ain't running. I'm just passing through here.
Huh. Itchy feet, huh?
That's right.
You feet so itchy, Billy, that you haven't got time to stop and sleep, bathe, wash your clothes? You want to talk? Anytime. Be glad to hear your story.
Mr. Cartwright, I ain't ungrateful for what you done. About those clothes, I'll pay you. I'll work it out or or I'll move on and send you the money when I get some work.
If you really want a job, you got one. But first you gotta rest for a couple of 2 or 3 days and get yourself some good food in you.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Hoss, we just hired ourselves a new hand.
Well, good. We're gonna need one. Hi. My name's Hoss. Hoss Cartwright.
My name's Billy.
Happy to meet you, Billy. My little brother being gone, I'm gonna need a hand.
Well, don't you worry. I can do my share.
I'll bet you can, too. Look here, I brought you some clothes. If you need anything else, just give a yell, you hear? Hey, Billy, you're weaker than I thought you was. I figured you'd have this wagon loaded by the time I got back.
You know, Hoss, I was just thinking that I'm feeling strong enough that I could have gone and got the mail for you.
Well, I figured no more breakfast than you ate. You wouldn't have enough energy to get all the way to the post office. Let's go home. Come on.
Without getting something to eat first?
Yeah, Billy, if you'd like. Sure.
Well, Hoss, I think I can hold out till we get back.
Go.
Very good, Bill. This is a bunch of stragglers, a bunch of strays up at the north half to bring them down. Hey! Yeah, that was a pretty quick trip.
Yeah, we had to run the horses pretty near all the way. Hoss was getting hungry.
Dad, burn it, that ain't so. You're getting sound more like my little brother all the time. Here's a meal, Paul.
Good. Yeah, hold this.
That, Billy's a pretty good worker.
Yeah, all right, and he's a strange boy, though. Won't you think you're getting a little close to me, so it backs off?
You figuring on keeping him around?
Yeah, I thought I would. Why?
Well, the bunkhouse is full, and I thought maybe we'd move him out there so we got a place for him.
Yeah. Well, might be an idea to let him stay where he is. Keep him around the family. I don't think he's had too much of a family life.
I think you're right. He really opened up to me today.
Oh, yeah?
I think he needed a little friendship as much as he needed food.
That was just what was going through my mind. Well, Tom Yardley. Yeah. Hey, he and Jennifer are coming to Virginia City.
Hi, hot
Yeah,
dog.
the 10th. Hey, that's tomorrow, isn't it?
That's right.
From Tucson. When does the stage get in from Tucson?
Noon, I think. Yeah.
By golly.
Hey, I just thought of something. Little Joe's sure going to be disappointed. He's going to miss Jennifer.
Well, I don't know if he's going to be disappointed. You hear? This is what Tom says. We're planning to buy some land around Virginia City and settle down around your parts.
Hey, wouldn't that be something? Oh, after all these years, you two end up being neighbors?
That'd be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. You know what? We're going to the town tomorrow. We're going to surprise him. We're going to have a little celebration.
Fine,
Huh?
fine. Yeah. Hey, listen. What about taking Billy in? He might enjoy that.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Get the other things, you know?
Yes. Hey, Billy. We're in for a real treat. One of Paul's dearest old friends is coming in tomorrow. You and me and Paul are going to go in and meet him. He's got the best-looking daughter you ever seen.
I sure hope that stage is on time. Be nice to see old Tom Yardley.
Yeah? It is going to be nice to see him. But I'll tell you, I ain't going to be altogether unhappy about seeing that daughter Jennifer of his either.
Hey, man! How are you? Good to see you.
You too.
Cypress, all right.
Hi. Hi, Mr. Yardley. How are you?
Hey, where's little Joe? Oh, he had to go to Placerville. He'll be back. Where's that little girl of yours?
Here I am, Uncle Ben.
Oh, my goodness. It's good to see you. You got yourself a young lady here.
Jennifer, if Joseph was here, I'd insist on a wedding ceremony being performed at this very moment.
Oh, Uncle Ben, quit it. You and Dad have been trying to arrange a marriage since before I was born.
That's right.
And if the truth were known, we hate each
No,
other.
you don't.
Hoss.
Hi, Jennifer.
You know, it could be you picked the wrong son for me.
That's right. Hey, Billy, come here a minute. Billy Wilcox, this is Mr. Yardley.
Hello, Billy.
And this is his daughter, Jennifer.
Hello, Billy.
Oh, Ben, I'd like you to meet Sam Denton. He's been our traveling companion all the way from Tucson. This is the Ben Cartwright I've been telling you about.
Mr. Denton?
Mr. Cartwright?
Oh, yes, sir.
Sam here's one of those famous Texas Rangers.
Oh, well, pleasure, sir. I hope that what brings you to the jewel of the Comstock is pleasure and not business.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Cartwright. I'm here to see your sheriff, Roy Coffey.
Oh, Roy's an old friend. His office is just down the street there.
Thank you. Jennifer.
Bye, Mr. Denton.
Tom?
Sam?
Why don't we get settled into the hotel? You'll have weeks to talk to Uncle Ben.
All right, honey.
Now, hold it. Wait a minute. Nobody's going to go to any hotel. You're staying at the Ponderosa with us. Hoss, will you load up the bags, please?
Now, Ben, look.
Look, it's all settled. All right, Tom? Not another word of argument. Billy? Billy? Give Hoss a hand, will you? And you get it. All right, Billy, hop in.
Paul, I'll stick around here and take care of everything. You guys go ahead.
Listen, talk to Ed Bates. Find out what delivery date he wants on that timber he ordered.
I sure will.
Have you always lived here, Billy?
No, ma'am, I'm not from around here. I ain't figuring on staying too long.
Now, hold on just 1 second. What about the time that you were trying to press your girlfriend and you backed right into the horse trough?
I swear to this day you pushed me.
I wasn't within 20 feet of you.
You too. What didn't you get into? And you have the nerve to complain about your own children.
Well, I'll tell you, Ben, you always did have it easy. Raising 3 boys, nothing to it. But raising a girl alone.
Now, hold on there. What makes you think that raising 3 boys is so easy?
Oh, now, come on, Paul. We never did give you no trouble.
Let them complain, Hoss. That's what fathers are for.
That's right.
Isn't that right, Billy?
Well, I don't rightly know, ma'am.
Well, you can take my word for it. It's right about these two.
You see that, Ben? No respect for our elders. I swear if I don't get her married off.
You eat. You know what doctors say. You need fat on your bone.
Oh, have you been ill?
No, ma'am. There wasn't nothing.
Billy Wilcox, if you don't stop calling me ma'am, between that and my father trying to get me married off, I'm beginning to feel like an old maid.
You ain't ever gonna be an old maid, Miss Jennifer.
What a nice thing to say.
Jennifer, you be careful of that Billy. I think he just might be a ladies' man.
Now, Billy, don't let him embarrass you. Tom, you really thinking of buying a piece of property around here?
Got an appointment in town first thing in the morning.
Good, good. That'll give us some time to play a little bit of chess, won't it? Hop Sing, how about bring out the chessboard?
Already set up, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, now, do I sense a challenge?
Well, unless you're afraid to meet it.
Afraid? Why, I beat you 3 straight the last time we were together.
Tom, it seems to me it was just about the other way around.
Well, that's the end of this evening, Hoss. They'll be at it until 4 o'clock in the morning.
The last time they played all day and all night and all the next day.
And they're still arguing who won that one.
Yeah.
Do you play chess, Billy?
No, ma'am.
Why don't you just call me Jennifer?
All right. Jennifer.
That's better. If you two will excuse me, I think I'll go to my room.
Yes, ma'am. Good night, Jennifer.
Night, Hoss. Night, Billy.
Good night.
Night, Dad.
Good night.
Night, Uncle Ben.
Night.
she something?
She's the nicest girl I ever met.
Well, you and me better get some shut-eye. We got a rough day tomorrow.
Yeah, well, Hoss, you go on. I'm gonna take a little walk.
Good night. Good night, Mr. Yardley. Paul. Put it there with the rest of the stuff, Bill. So, you stayed up half the night looking at the stars, huh?
Yeah, I just wasn't sleepy, Hoss.
Well, I must say you've done a pretty fair day's work already today. I'll tell you what, Billy. You go on back to the house and get the chores started, and I'll finish up here.
Okay, whatever you say.
Yoo-hoo! Hoss! Billy!
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Hoss. Hi, Billy. I'm ready to go for that ride you promised.
Doggone it, Jennifer. I got all tied up here, and it's going to take me longer than I figured on.
Oh, but Hoss, you promised. I wanted to ride over by the pond. I haven't been there in so long.
I know you was counting on
Say,
it.
Hoss, I'm going back that way anyhow. Why don't I ride along with you?
Good idea.
Would you, Billy?
Well, sure, if it's okay with Hoss.
Oh, sure. Go right ahead.
Oh, thanks, Hoss.
I'll see you back at the house after a while. Have a good time.
I love this country, Billy. I sure appreciate you riding with me.
My pleasure.
Have you ever been to the pond?
No, I haven't.
Come on, I'll race you.
You're on.
Yeah. You win. Oh, this is the spot I wanted to see. Oh, Billy, isn't it beautiful? Don't you just love it?
Sure do, Jennifer. Oh, I'd like to have a place like this myself and just settle down, never move away from it.
I know the feeling. Father and I have traveled so much.
So have I.
You know, Father thinks of me as a little girl. But people our age, like you and me, we have our dreams. Don't you think so, Billy?
Yeah. Sure, we got our dreams, Jennifer. Just seems like sometimes they ain't ever gonna come true.
What's your dream, Billy?
Oh, a home, I think. Doesn't have to be much, of course. Just a little piece of land with a house on a knoll. That ain't much of a dream, is it?
Oh, it's a good dream, Billy. And it will come true. Oh, what's the matter? Did I say something wrong?
No. No, you could never say nothing wrong. Not to me. It's that some dreams never come true.
Hello, Hoss. Howdy, Mr. Denton. How are you?
Fine.
Here, I'll take yours.
Your father home?
Yes, sir. He's in the house.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Billy, Jennifer, how was the pond?
Just great, Hoss. Hello, Mr. Denton.
Hey, Billy, you and me got work to do.
Yeah.
Jennifer, how'd you like to see our new coats?
Sure would.
Got a barn full of them.
Who is it?
Yeah?
Mr. Cartwright.
Mr. Denton, come in.
Thank you.
Didn't expect to see you. Well, what are you doing in these parts?
Well, just checking out this part of the country. Huh? Sheriff Coffee told me if I got out this way, I should drop in and say hello.
Well, I'm glad you did. I sure am. Just having some coffee. Will you join me?
Thank you.
How do you like it, Black?
Black's fine.
Good.
Nice place you've got here.
Thank you. Mr. Denton, you getting a line on that man you've been trailing?
Well, that's hard to say. I followed him all the way from San Antone.
Huh?
Through the Arizona territory. And that's when I decided to take the stage and come on down here. He might head this way.
Of course, with all that silver being mined around these parts, drifters move in and out of Virginia City very fast.
But the one I'm looking for is a young fella. About the same age and size as that young Billy Wilcox out there talking to your boy Hoss.
That's so.
Now, Sheriff Coffey tells me you've got a real fine family, Mr. Cartwright. He says you, all my life I wanted to have a son. More than anything else. I never was able to have one. He tells me you got 3 fine boys. You're a pretty lucky man.
Yes, I've always considered myself very fortunate.
I like to see that sort of thing. Family, close-knit, everybody caring for each other. That's unlike the background of the young fella that I've been trailing, this Aaron Mendoza.
Oh, yes. What did this young fella do?
He killed a man down in Texas.
How did he?
Different background than what your boys had, Mr. Cartwright. This young fella, he lost his family in an Indian raid on a wagon train. There was only 2 survivors, an old man and the kid. That old man walked into town carrying that kid. Both of them more dead than alive. The next day, the old man died, and that left the kid alone.
And how'd the little fella get on?
Well, it was this gal working in a local saloon. She kind of took a liking to the kid. She took him under her wing, mothered him, you might say, and she had this little old shack out on the edge of town. It wasn't much, but she gave that boy a roof over his head. But he had it tough, doing odd jobs, stable chores, washing the floor. But she did one decent thing for him. She gave him his name, Mendoza. That was her name. And he just thought the sun rose and set on her.
How'd it happen he killed this man?
One night, oh, better than a year ago it was, that kid came to the saloon to walk home with Angel Mendoza when she finished work. She never liked him to come into the saloon.
Aaron, go on home, will you? You know I don't like you in here.
No, I think I'd rather hang around, wait for you.
Hey, Angel, where are those drinks?
I want you to go home.
Angel, the drinks. Gosh, I'm not gonna wait around here all day long for them. It's about time.
All right. Here. Now drink up and get out of here.
What's the matter, Angel? You worried about your son? That is what they call him, ain't it?
Aaron, he's drunk. Now do as I asked and go home.
Yeah, Stray, go on home. Your mother's busy.
Barkley, I think you better shut up.
Oh, you're a big man. You want to feel important. Come on over here and wipe that up.
Jack, you're drunk. Now take your friends and get out of here.
Come on now. You know what she wants. She wants you to take your friends and get out of here.
You talk like that, and you better start drawing on me, Stray.
Aaron. Aaron, go.
Drop it, kid. Leave it to the law.
Marshal, he shot her.
It was an accident, Marshal.
If you shoot him, you'll hang.
Of course, there was a trial.
There was a trial, the jury acquitted him. Saloon gals come and go, Mr. Cartwright. Nobody cares very much what happens to them. And it wasn't long before everybody forgot. Everybody except the kid. And he didn't forget. Now, I didn't see this. The report was made up much later, based on accounts that came from quite a few sources. That kid stayed out of sight for a while after that. People figured that he'd lit out. The word around town was that the Barclays had threatened him, told him to get out of town.
But he didn't get out of town.
That's right, he didn't leave. And he and Jack Barkley tangled. The shooting took place right there in the saloon where Angel Mendoza had been working. And according to Barkley's brother, the kid came in and just opened fire.
Was there anybody else there?
Yeah, 3 or 4. They were Barkley's men.
They all told the same story, huh?
Naturally.
Mr. Denton, it might have happened in a different way, though. I mean, couldn't it? Couldn't it have been a fair fight?
Maybe. We can only go on the findings, Mr. Cartwright.
Mr. Denton, everything doesn't have to be black and white.
It isn't my business. There are no grays, no shadows. I'm not a judge. My job is just to find him and bring him in. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm sick and tired of the job. Thanks. That's mighty fine coffee.
Penny for your thoughts. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard. I just don't think my thoughts are worth a penny.
You sound like you have the whole world on your shoulders.
Well, I didn't mean to. I had a good time this afternoon.
So did I.
Jennifer, you know, you're so easy to talk to. I just wish everybody else was.
They are, if you'll just give them a chance.
Well, they are to you, yeah.
Billy, you know, out there by the pond today, you were telling me about your dreams. Hold on to those dreams.
Well, like I said before, some of them don't come true.
If you're going to be in this kind of a mood at the party tomorrow night.
Party?
Yes, the party that Uncle Ben's giving for Daddy and me tomorrow night. You're coming, aren't you?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I do. You're coming, and you're going to be my escort.
Well, you know, there's nothing on this earth that would make me any prouder than that, Jennifer, but...
Billy, you're coming to the party, and that settles it. Agreed?
Yeah, agreed.
Good night, Billy.
Miss Cartwright, I got to talk to you.
Good, Billy. I was hoping you would. You know, I told you anytime you were ready to talk, I was ready to listen.
Well, no, all I wanted to tell you was that after the party, I'm leaving.
Oh. Any particular reason?
Yeah, I think you made a mistake about me.
Did I? How's that?
Well, Mr. Cartwright, when you took me in, I think you felt sorry for me. You thought I was sick of drifting around and missing meals and all that. You see, that's where you were wrong, because I like that kind of life. I really miss it, and I want to get back to it.
I see. You really like the
the life of a drifter, huh? I mean, you like to flit around from one place to another, from hither to thither to yon, not doing anything with your life, just sort of letting your life drift away. You really enjoy that?
That's right.
Billy? What are you running from?
I ain't running. I just told you I'm drifting through. I like to see what's on the other side of the hill.
Yeah, I see. And how do you propose to live while you're drifting from one side of the hill to the other?
Oh, somebody always picks you up, takes care of you like you did me.
That's all it's meant to.
Yeah, that's all. Look, Miss Cartwright, it's not that I'm ungrateful for what you've done, because I am grateful. I'm sorry, but it's got to be this way.
You're sorry. Well, Billy, you just keep on running. I can't make your decisions for you. Good night.
Cartwright. No, it wasn't nothing. Never mind, never mind.
Yeah.
You'll love him. Thank you, Hop there. Sue, come over here a minute. I want you to meet some people.
Oh, thank you, Tom. Will you help yourself?
No, thank you.
So you had yourself a successful day, huh?
Well, I think you might say that. You know a property called the Rivers Ranch?
I know that property. I've had my eye on it for 3 years. Now, don't tell me that's for sale.
Not now. I bought it.
And you bought the Rivers Ranch? Why, you slick, dealy son of a gun. That's wonderful. Oh, congratulations. It's a beautiful piece of property. Did you tell Jennifer yet?
No, I'm sort of saving it for a surprise.
Oh, she'll be surprised. All right.
Well, there's Sam Dunn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I saw Sam in town this afternoon and asked him to come out if he had a chance. I hope you don't mind.
Well, no, of course not. Of course I don't mind.
Billy? Why aren't you at the party? I missed you.
Well, you know, all those people inside. They're strangers.
Some of our best friends were strangers once.
Jennifer, do you know, I have never met anybody just like you. Nothing seems to get you down. You just take it for granted that everything in your life is gonna work out all right.
Don't you, Billy?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, it can be right if you really want it and you work to make it so.
You make it sound easy, all right, the way you talk about it. You sound just like Mr. Cartwright.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Oh, I sure like the stars, the way they look tonight. They're clean, pure. You're like that, Jennifer. Like the stars.
What's worrying you, Billy? You know, you're like two people. You're sweet and kind and tender. And then it's as if you go into a dark room and close the door.
Maybe that's what it is. I'm trying to be two people.
There are no stars in a dark room, Billy. I love you, Billy Wilcox.
Thank you,
Billy!
Thank you, Ben. Night.
Well, I think it was a good shindig.
Oh, it was. A great one. But I'll tell you, it's getting a little late for me. I think I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you. Good night. Hop Sing. What are we having for breakfast?
Hop Sing decide when breakfast time come, not before.
Yeah, well, very good. Good night, Hop Sing. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night, Mr. Hoss. See you early tomorrow morning.
Tom, how about relaxing over a cup of coffee?
You know, I'm still too excited to relax. I think I'll go outside and find Jennifer and tell her about the ranch.
She's going to be a very happy little girl when you tell her.
Jennifer? Jen, what's the matter, baby?
Nothing's the matter, and I'm not a baby.
Jennifer? Jennifer?
Tom, what was that all about?
I'd be the last to know. I told you, be thankful you've got boys.
Billy?
Don't call me Billy.
What's the matter, son?
I just found out you can't be two people. Nobody can. You know what she said to me? She said, I love you, Billy Wilcox. And I made a lie out of it, because I'm not Billy Wilcox. My name is Aaron Mendoza.
Do you know what you're saying?
I know, and I want you to hear the rest of it. I killed a man in Texas. That's right, I killed a man. And I was running when you found me because I was scared.
Tell me about it, Aaron.
His name was Barkley. He killed a woman. A woman who was like a mother to me. He killed her, but the jury turned him loose. And then he told me to get out of town. Well, I didn't want to leave that town because that was a home to me, Mr. Cartwright. It's the only one I ever knew. I went to the saloon and I tried to explain that to him. But he wouldn't listen. He started cussing me out. Next thing I knew, he was shooting. I was scared. I shot back. And he was lying there dead. And I ran.
Sure wish you hadn't run. It was self-defense.
I ran because nobody was going to believe me in that town. Nobody's going to believe me in Jack Barkley's town.
Aaron, I believe you.
What am I gonna do?
What do you think you ought to do?
I know what I ought to do. I ought to go back there and face up to it. I would if anybody believed me. I gotta go back, don't I?
It may not be so bad, Aaron.
Mr. Denton.
There have been a lot of changes made in your hometown. The Barclays aren't there anymore, and there's a judge who isn't bought and paid for.
All right. I'll go back.
There's no hurry. The stage doesn't leave until noon tomorrow. I reckon you've got a few things you'd like to attend to around here. Why don't you just ride in and meet me in the morning? Don't worry about him, Mr. Cartwright. I'll stand by him.
Thank you.
You meet me at the sheriff's office, son. Good night.
Can he trust me? Yeah, he doesn't think I'm gonna run?
No. No, neither do I. I don't think you're ever gonna run again. But if you do, you'll run in the right direction. You know, Aaron, a lot of people in this world you don't have to run away from. You run to them.
Do you really have to go?
There's some unfinished business that I gotta take care of.
But you'll be back, won't you?
Sure, Jennifer, I'll be back. I still got my dream. That little house on a knoll. And I want you to help me find it.
Oh, I will. I promise you I will.
They do grow up, Ben, don't they? Right in front of your eyes. Yeah, they sure do. Hoss, we got some work to do. We gotta help our new neighbors build a ranch.
I want to know one thing. Everybody like lasagna?
Oh, yeah.
I make, Alle 5 stamattina ho fatto io lo sfoglio. Regina, how you say in English pasta? Pasta fatta in casa. I make, Ecco qua. Mettimi giù sta vaschetta, figlio. Passami i piatti, Regina, Presto, dammi anche le forchette.
Please, I'd like to say something about the water. Because nobody thinks that George Rossi
it can bring the water down the hill.
Fresca e pura.
See, but please, Marie, talk American, huh? Fresca e pura, that means fresh and pure. Is no black alkali. Because George Rossi, he learned how to filter the water in Italy, you see? The water run through the gypsum into the cistern and it come down like un bacio di un angelo.
That's kiss, Papa.
And that's what I say. It's a kiss. Kiss from an angel, you know?
See.
But Mr. Ben Cartwright is the only one have faith in Giorgio Rossi. I salute you, Mr. Ben Cartwright. And I salute you, Mr. Little Joe. And you, Mr. Horses. Mr. Horses.
Boys. And now, we'd like to salute our new neighbors, the Rossi family.
Grazie. Lorenzo, now is the time to go up the hill now, make the water come down, huh?
Si, Papa.
Now, Mr. Rossi, you prove to me that you're a man of your word and keep your promise. I'd like to prove to you that I'm a man of my word and keep my promise. I have here in my hand a grant deed, which means that you own these 80 acres, lock, stock, and barrel.
It's a genuine United States land grant.
Bello.
It's beautiful. Okay. And a bolle dorate. Thank you. I drink it to you again.
Now we eat, eh?
I'm gonna show you now the water gonna come down. How you like, huh? It's beautiful, no? I get him from the school teacher. Lorenzo! Now, come on, I'm gonna show you the water come. Hey, everybody, come over here. Come on, I'm gonna show you. Hey!
Non viene più. Giorgio, che sta succedendo?
Lorenzo! Rilasci l'acqua! Hey! I tell that boy once, I tell him 100 times, let the water go when I wave with the flag. Hey, please, hold.
Sure nothing coming down.
Let's go have a look.
Papa, I went down here and turned on the water. The water stopped. So I come up here and I find them.
You're trespassing on my property, mister. You better get back on that horse.
Maybe it's your property, but what for are you stopping my water?
Joseph. Now, the next one's just gonna be about belt buckle high.
He shoot at me. I'm gonna kill him. All right, Mr. Cartwright. I calm.
All right, Mr. Gurney, what's all this about?
Just protecting what's mine. I'm within my rights.
Rights? I know my rights. This is democracy, no? I'm American, a citizen. You know what is a democracy? A demos. That's a Greek word. What mean a people? Creighton, that's also a Greek word. That means rule. Democracy, rule of the people. A people is a crowd. Giorgio Rossi, I'm one of the crowd.
Well, Georgie, just what are you, a Greek or an Italian?
I told you, American citizen. But who is this man what shoot at your neighbors?
The name is Jim Blake.
My cousin and my foreman.
Let him have the water pot. It's no good for us. It's full of alkali. The cattle won't touch it.
How many times have I told you, Sandy? Don't get free with what's mine.
Boy's right. You can't use all this water.
The water flows through my property. I can take what I need, and it happens I need it all. If Mr. Rossi wants to put some cash on the line, I'd be willing to lease him some.
Lease? What is this lease?
I'll rent you all the water you need for $20 a month.
God put the water here for everybody. I'm not gonna talk to you no more, Mr. Gurney. I'm gonna talk to God.
You better get him out of here, Mr. Cartwright.
Maybe I don't want to go, huh? Maybe I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna kill you and you cousin of foreman. Want to shoot at your neighbors, huh?
Come on.
As soon as I find out if it's illegal. Come on.
Thank you very much, Miss Russell. I must admit I like your wine better than your coffee.
Signor Cartwright, some more wine?
Yes, thank you.
Bravo, ti è riuscito proprio buono. Anche tu?
Prego.
Oh, it's a good wine. When this cigar is no more, unless I can get some more water. You know, Ben, I no keep my promise to you. You no get the water like I say. And the vines, they're gonna burn up in the sun. The grapes... I'm sorry.
Look, George, you kept your bargain. You brought the pure water down just as you said you would.
No, it's only a drop in a bucket. There's no bargain. Please, Ben, you take it.
Georgia, will you please take this and keep it now? You kept your bargain. Now, you're right. Without water, this land is absolutely worthless.
Worthless? What do you say, worthless?
I said worthless. It's not worth anything without water.
My land is no worthless.
That's right. Your land. Now, let's not have any more argument about it.
You're pretty tricky, you know.
Giorgio, I've been thinking. I believe that you should sign that lease with Gurney and pay him the $20 a month.
You wanted me to pay Gurney for what he's stealing from me? No. That's not the American way. I'm American citizen. I don't do things like that.
I'll pay him the $20 a month, but you sign the lease because then...
Oh, you no pay? You gonna give a Giorgio Rossi charity? Giorgio Rossi take a charity from nobody.
Giorgio Rossi will not listen to anybody either. You know, you are the most egocentric, obstinate, pig-headed mule that I've ever known.
I know what is a pig-head and a mule. What else do you call me?
Ehi, mio marito non è né porco né mulo, sa?
Maria,
Andiamo
per
con questi
piacere.
titoli.
Please, Marie. You're gonna defend me in American. Now, what else do you say?
Giorgio, if you'll only be quiet and listen to the whole...
Ma I listen to no more!
Fermatelo che non prende il fucile! No the gun, please!
Who's it gonna shoot? I'm just gonna get a dictionary and run out of American words.
Con te non si sa mai.
Well, then you might look up the word riparian. R-I-P-A-R-I-A-N. Mr. Rossi, riparian.
Why are you doing it, Pa? I mean, why back up a lot of water that we can't use? I mean, why not open that head gate? Let the Rossis have it.
Your pa's got to hold on to what's his.
Jim's right, Sandy. You keep giving things away, pretty soon you got nothing left.
But, Pa,
Pa, it's no good to us. After it runs through Mr. Rossi's purifying system, he can use it to grow his grapes. Oh, look, Pa, he sweat for months building that cistern.
Your pa sweat quite a bit, too.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to my pa.
Yeah, and a lot louder than you would if you were mine.
He's right, Sandy. There's no cause to yell.
It's all right, Cass. He just hasn't lived long enough to realize a man's got to make a dollar any way he can. Well, I'm heading for the bunkhouse. Good night, Cass.
Good night, Jim.
Ever since he rode in here, he's always right. I'm always wrong.
Not always. But he was right when he said that Rossi isn't the only one who sweat. I worked long and hard for this land. Whatever's on it, the good and the bad, is mine. Someday it'll be yours.
You have to fight for what you want, and you have to fight to hang on to it. Isn't that the rest of that speech, Pa?
Yes. But I'm beginning to think Jim is right. I've been too easy on you. To get along in this world, you've got to be tough.
I do my work. I do everything you tell me. What more do you want?
The only thing I ever wanted, for you to shape up into a man.
No, Pa, not just a man. You want me to be like you. You want me to act like you, think like you.
If I did, I've been disappointed. Now, tomorrow, I want you to go into...
Pa, you're not listening to me.
I will when you start making sense.
No, Pa, you talk to Jim Blake, but you don't talk to me. You don't hear anything I say. You just make speeches, and I have to listen. Get out of my way.
Well, I'm good and ready, boy. I don't take kindly to brats yelling at me, so I'm telling you, don't do it again.
Well, then don't butt in when I'm talking to my pa.
You're the one that's butting in, trying to tell your pa and me how to run this ranch. Now, I'm foreman here. You just do the chores. I've heard some of the things you've been saying to your pa about me. So I'm telling you, you just keep it up, and you and me are going to have a little talk out behind the barn.
Oh, mi è venuto così bene oggi.
Allora,
Mamma,
ciao,
prova un
padre.
po'. Senti sta melanzana
Ah,
con
no, grazie.
Aspetta, ce l'ho già le olive, grazie.
Sì.
Prendi un po' di melanzana, papà, vai.
Grazie. Speak! Briccone! What, you come around here for to spy? Huh?
No, Mr. Rossi. Honestly, I wasn't spying.
Then what do you come around there for? Just to look around?
No, I've just never been down here before. I just thought I'd...
You just to come and see what you can find out.
No, I just wanted to tell you that I was very sorry about the water.
Oh, you sorry? Then why you no tell you papa?
Oh, I did, believe me, Mr. Rossi, but it didn't do any good. Maybe I better just get back on home.
No, just a minute. Wait. Just a minute. You know, I like you. I think maybe I believe you a little bit. Come on, you meet my family.
Thank you, Mr. Rossi.
Sure. Hey, Lorenzo. Come on, take care of his horse. You never meet any Italian Yankees before, huh? He's my son, Lorenzo. Come. He's my daughter, Regine, my wife, Marie.
How do you do?
Let me take your hat.
Thank you.
Come on, take off your coat, sit down and make yourself a homely. Oh, you're skinny. Hey, you gotta have something to eat, Marie. Dai uno spuntino, eh?
Ma certo,
Ma
con
presto,
tanta
eh?
grazia di Dio si immagina. Adesso ci penso io, eh?
My wife is the best cook in the whole world.
Ecco
Well, you
qua.
taste that.
Prenda.
Delicious.
Ecco qua.
Thank you. Have some of these peppers.
Salumeria.
Hey, we give him some wine. There's no other
Sì,
glass.
Un po'
okay.
di carciofi.
Well, you taste my wine.
Ecco, mangi. Si sta veramente bene.
This is very good. What is it?
Oh, is moligna... ma come si chiama?
Eggplant.
Sì, eggplant.
Oh, do you have any seeds?
Sì, it's a plant seeds inside. You eat it together with the melon.
Oh, no, I mean seeds to plant.
Oh, plant. It's nice you like plant things, you know?
Yes, I do. But my pa thinks it's foolish to grow anything that doesn't feed cattle.
Ah, che stupido.
Yes, that's what I think.
No, not to you. It's all right for me. I'm a stranger. I don't know him. But to you the son, you never call you Papa stupido. Maybe it's better because he don't understand. You talk with him. You make a communicate, you know? You talk with him, explain yourself. You see, a farmer He's close to the soil. He like turn of the soil, make things grow, push him inside the plant, water him. Then the plant grow. Then when the old man, he's so old, he go back to the soil. A philosophy.
Smart man, eh?
Yes, he is.
Oh, my George.
Maybe if I told my pa like that, he might understand. See, that's what's important. You communicate. You gotta remember that. Yes, I will.
Ma Giorgio, basta con le chiacchiere, lascialo mangiare. Guarda, poverino, ancora non ha incominciato. Avanti, un pezzo di
Ma
pane.
scusi,
Sì,
please,
un podino, dai,
eat.
giù,
I
mangi.
talk too much.
Poi domani mattina vedrai, lo puoi portare a vedere le vigne.
Ma
E poi
calma,
seguito,
calma,
poi ci puoi dire
piano,
tutto quanto.
piano.
Adesso intanto...
We're glad you come. We hope you have a nice time. You come back.
Very soon, eh?
Yes.
Bye bye.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Hey, very good. You learn Italian. Bye-bye. He's a nice boy.
Yeah, but he has trouble with his papa.
See.
Maybe it's not so easy to communicate, eh?
Oh, it's easy. You just sit down and you talk and listen and talk and listen. Pretty soon you understand each other.
Oh, yeah? Why you don't try then?
Eh?
If this is true, why you don't try to communicate with Mr. Gurney and the man who shoots bullets at you?
Maria.
Lascia urlare
Intelligenza, mia moglie. You know, that's the way I'm going to get to the water. I communicate with Mr. Gurney.
Yeah? And what if he don't listen?
Then I break his head.
Non cambia mai, non cambia.
Well, Mr. Rossi, how are you?
Well,
howdy, nice to see you.
Right? I have something I want to show you.
Ma chiedi scusa prima che siamo venuti a quest'ora?
Maria, she's reminding me that it's not polite to come at lunchtime when the people they don't expect you.
Oh, no. Don't be silly. We have plenty of food here. Of course, we're glad to see you here.
But we, anyway, bring enough lunch for everybody. Is all right?
Certo.
Well, yes, certainly. Come on down.
Grazie, allora, scusateci. Sapete
Oh,
come mio
excuse me, I
marito-
don't say hello to you,
How are
little
you?
Joe. Howdy there, Mr. Hosses.
Hi, Mr. Rossi. Mr.
Nice
Rossi.
to see you again.
Nice to see you. I'm sure glad to see you're not still sore at Paul for calling you pig-headed.
Let's go inside, Mr. Rossi.
I'll tell you about this. Oh, see, I have a lot of things.
Let's go inside, Mr. Ambassador.
Now, I'm going to explain you about the repairing rights. You see, it has to do with the water. Ripa, that's Italian. It means shore.
Sure, yeah.
Well, that's what I say, no, shore. Oh. Well, there's one case here, Sweeney versus Baxter that happened in the state of Pennsylvania. This one even more important. Pilisetsky versus the state of Massachusetts. In that one, a win from the state. That's what the lawsuit are for.
Yes, but they take time. It may take weeks, maybe months, before your case could get scheduled.
I'm a citizen. Gurney is a citizen. But Pilisetsky, he cannot beat the Massachusetts, so why I know cannot beat the Gurney?
Well, you could in time, but meanwhile, your grapevines would die before your case would get scheduled. That's why I tried to suggest to you the other day that you make a deal with...
No deal, no
there
deal.
you go again.
Massachusetts, you don't make a deal with the Pilisetsky?
I don't know, but if you just listen for a moment. Now, suppose you make the deal with Gurney. Your grapevines would grow. Your case would get scheduled. You would win the case, and the judge would order Gurney to open up the...
A lease isn't the answer. And a $20 a month water lease just don't hardly seem enough.
Oh, please. Please, you tell me, how much you think is enough?
Before I open that head gate, I want a signed contract saying I get half of every dollar you get from your grapes and your wine.
Half?
Half.
What are you bringing me up here for? Them picking my pocket, eh? They taking the bread from my family's mouth?
Remember, don't lose your temper. Now, Mr. Gurney, you said that you were willing to listen to reason.
Half is reasonable?
No! Pilisetsky's no pay half. Sweeney's no pay half. You don't know the law. The law says that you got a shore rights. You know, kind of stop at the water.
That's right.
You kind of use him.
Who's this Pilsudski? This Sweeney?
You don't know Pilisetsky and the Sweeney?
No.
You don't know the law. What kind of American citizen you are? You don't know Pilsudski and the Sweeney? I'm gonna take you to court. I'm gonna take you to circuit court. I take you appellate court. I'm gonna take you Supreme Court.
Try that. Your grapes will die and you'll starve. Hold it just one moment, please. Look, gentlemen, I thought we were going to get together and discuss this peacefully and come to some kind of reasonable...
No, I not talking no more to you. I not talking no more to him. I talk to Pilisetsky and Sweeney.
Fine. You go right ahead and talk to Pilsudski and Sweeney and anybody else you want to talk to, in or out of court, as far as I'm concerned.
You finish?
Yes, I'm finished. I'm through.
Good. Then please, you take your nose outside of my business. Oh, one more thing. Thank you too much. Oh, excuse me. I forget you.
Manca la forchetta per la salumeria.
Good.
Ecco qua.
That smells great. What is that stuff?
Ma come? I miei tortelli li chiama stuff. Ma io lo picchio, sa?
Joe, you're ignorant. That's ravioli.
Ah, d'Italia, non orario.
Yeah, I'm one of those too, whatever that is.
Ok.
Aspetta un po' il pane, ce n'è abbastanza in tavola. Oh, no, per favore. Si bicchiere, c'è per tutti.
No, c'è per tutti, mamma.
Papa. Papa, we were worried about you. Papa, what is it?
Hey, Mr. Rossi, where's our pop?
You go home.
Ma che è successo? E perché sta faccia?
You know what they try to do to me? They try to steal a half of everything we own.
Ma calmati piuttosto, cerca di spiegarmi.
Ma che calma! You Papa, you know what he telling me? Make a deal, sure. You Papa telling me everything gonna be all right, sure. And then that Gurney tries to steal half everything we got. Miserabili, ladri. Oh, it's all right. Eat, enjoy.
Come on, I think we better go.
Yeah, that bread, I'm starving.
Yeah, we'll stop off in Virginia City and get some.
Yeah, but where are we going to get ravioli in Virginia City?
That was not a very nice thing to do, Papa.
Is it not your place to tell me how to act?
You talk always of the law, of the American way, and that is good. But, Papa, America is also a land where business is business. Now, Mr. Cartwright is a success, and he is also your friend. Now, if he says make a deal, it's because he's trying to help you.
Giorgio, no!
How many years I watch you brush your hair,
25 years now, huh? It's a long time, huh?
See? It's a long time, Giorgio.
I don't like what I do tonight. I lose my temper again. I insulted the Cartwright boys. It's like Lorenzo.
Lorenzo loves you. He will forgive you.
I should not come back.
He's a man now. Oh, Giorgio, you speak about America, about freedom. In this country, when a young boy becomes a man, he should have his own ideas. If he makes a mistake, pazienza, how else can he learn?
God. You know, I don't think I tell you enough. I love you. I go wait for Lorenzo, huh?
Wasn't ravioli, but it was pretty good, huh?
Sure was.
What's going on in there?
That's all right. Close the right. I'll kill him, so take it easy. Come on, take it easy. He say my father's a wild man.
Well, if he's not, he's close to it, and you're not far behind.
You want to fight? I fight all of you.
All right, all right.
Get him out of here, Joe.
Come on. Come on.
Sit down.
Yeah, take some deep breaths. That's it. Do me a favor, blow it out the other way, man. What have you been drinking?
Whiskey. I get drunk. You want to know why?
I got a funny feeling you're going to tell us.
Because of my father hate me.
He don't hold his liquor too good, does he?
Mm-mm. Figure anybody could drink that Italian coffee could drink just about anything. Let's get him over to our place.
Yeah, you know she'd go home like this, that's for sure. Kind of neglecting your chores around here, ain't you, boy? You're sure picking up their ways fast, singing their songs and all.
Look, I don't care what you think.
Ah, those big black eyes are really getting to you, aren't they? Yeah, is that why you came up here? Figuring on maybe you could open that gate, let some water down, and make that little Italian girl mighty grateful?
Why don't you just shut up, Jim?
You little hothead, I think I'll just cool you off a bit.
Blake? Blake? Jim?
Hey, Sandy! Hey, you see Lorenzo?
Blake.
dove sarà andato? Sure, now when Lorenzo comes home, I give him a nice bowl of minestrone, some cheese and some wine, and then I break his head.
Mamma,
Oh, that son of mine
sta
out all night. Ma non lo sa che può stare in pensiero quello là. Dove sarà andato?
Mamma.
Sì, Regina, ma non è lo sceriffo quello là.
Ma già, mamma?
Bravo, Mr. Sheriff. We are very proud you come to see us.
I wish it was a happy occasion, Mrs. Rossi. I'm afraid it isn't. I guess you know Mr. Gurney.
Oh, yes. Yes, my husband told me all about you. You are no good. Maybe you change. Maybe you come tell us you turn on the water?
Oh, well, that's not quite it, Mrs. Rossi. We'd like to talk to Giorgio.
Well, he's no here now.
Yes, he is, Mama.
Giorgio, vieni qua. Vediamo se si può aggiustare sta faccenda dell'acqua. Vai, vedi che puoi fare con lo sceriffo.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Howdy, Mr. Rossi.
I know howdy you. Sheriff, something's wrong. My son Lorenzo, he's in trouble, eh?
Well, I don't know, Mr. Rossi. I do have some questions.
Why are you catfooting around it, Clem? My guess is he's the one killed Blake.
Cosa ha detto? Come si permette lei di fare un'accusa simile? Ma sentite, ti sto dando della idiota, Giorgio.
Calma. Mr. Blake is dead. Somebody killed him? It's not me. I no killing nobody.
Where were you early this morning?
Ma here. Where he is every morning, here.
No, Marie.
Ma come no? Eri qui.
No, you see, last night, I have argument with my son, Lorenzo. I lose my temper. I slap his face. No, I no can't sleep. I'm ashamed. So I get up early this morning, and I ride. I just ride around, no place special. But Lorenzo isn't no come back, so I can tell him I'm sorry.
So you ride around, huh? Up to the head gate, maybe. And just maybe you cracked open Blake's skull and killed him.
Ma questo sta accusando proprio te, Giorgio. Ma come si deve fare qua?
No, Marie. No, Sheriff. Not me. Giorgio Rossi's never killing nobody.
Mr. Rossi, I'm going to have to take you in and hold you till we can clear this up.
Che?
No, Papa.
Cosa vogliono
Papa,
fare?
don't go.
Dove ti vogliono portare?
You don't go.
Ma che matti?
How many times I tell you about the American justice, eh? You hear what the sheriff say? He take me in only until we get this clear up. The sheriff elected by the people, you know? He is the voice of the people. All right, the sheriff. We go. I just to get to my horse, eh?
Oh, Regina, quick, you hitch up the wagon. Go tell the cart rides that the sheriff arrest Papa.
You come with me,
Ma
Mama.
no, I stay with your father. Giorgio! Giorgio, aspetta un momento!
Mr. Cartwright, the sheriff take Papa to jail.
What for?
Mr. Gurney say Papa... Lorenzo! Why, you're here. Why you not come home last night?
Regina, last night,
If
horse
you had
and
come
a little...
home last night, Papa would not be in trouble now.
What kind of trouble?
Mr. Gurney say Papa kill his foreman.
Kill? It's not possible. Of course it's not possible. Your father didn't kill anybody. It must be some kind of a misunderstanding. Go on, I'll round up the boys. We'll all go into town.
I told you what would happen if you let them foreigners settle on your land. Well, it happened. Blake is dead, and that foreigner killed him.
I get to leave there. Did you see it happen?
I didn't have to see it. Anybody with good sense knows you can't trust that foreigner. What about you, boy? Are you a killer like your pa?
My papa killed no one.
Oh, you aren't. You saw him come at me.
I saw you trying to start a fight. All right, Hackett. If you'll get out of the way, we'll go in and see the sheriff.
Sign this deposition.
Well, what's all this about, Mr. Gurney?
Ask the sheriff.
Clem, where's Mr. Rossi?
In there talking with his wife.
Now, you know Mr. Rossi's excitable. He's an excitable man. He exaggerates. He talks loud. He doesn't go around killing people.
You were right there at my place, Cartwright, when he threatened to kill Blake and me.
That's right. I was there and I heard the whole thing. And I don't know how many times I've said I'd love to kill whoever it is, but I don't go around killing them.
Papa didn't kill Blake. I did.
Lorenzo, what you're doing is... it's fine. It's admirable. He didn't kill him. He was at the Ponderosa most of the night and all day today.
Yeah, that leaves Mr. Rossi as our only suspect. I'll have to hold him.
Anything else, Sheriff?
Please, everything is gonna be all right. You go home now, huh?
Are you sure, George? You sure?
How long do you know me? I ever lied to you? Everything gonna be fine and dandy, eh?
All right, you say goodbye to Lorenzo e Regina, però, eh?
Sì.
Lorenzo, Regina, venite a salutare papà. Giorgio, io non posso lasciarti.
I'll see if the Rossis get home all right.
I'll get them started. All right, folks, let's go.
Everybody go home.
Dietro il cappello. Chi l'avrebbe detto che un giorno tu mi riservi finito?
Va bene. Please, you have to go home.
A presto, George.
Well, there you are, boys. You can see it for yourself. Mr. Cartwright escorting them foreigners home. Well, maybe we can help you escort them out of town on a rail.
There'll be none of that. You people get on about your business. Let them do the same.
Haggett, Mr. Rossi is in custody on suspicion. He'll have a hearing to determine whether there's enough evidence to warrant a trial. We got a better idea, like 18 feet of rope and a tall tree. I can't stop you from talking, Haggett. I can sure stop you from doing. There's a lot of us, Sheriff. That's so? Take a look.
All right, come in.
Thank you, Sheriff. Hello, Sandy. It's nice you come and see me.
I wanted to stop by your place to see that if I could, do something.
It's nice.
I feel very badly about you being in here. Mr. Rossi, maybe if I could get a gun, I could get a horse.
You want me break the law?
The law won't mean a thing if they hang you.
Then they're gonna hang me. I am innocent. But what if I try to escape them? I look guilty. Maybe they shoot me. I know the law. They protected the innocent, punished the guilty. But there's more. You see, the law also understands that sometime a man, he make a mistake. Maybe have accident.
Mr. Rossi, please, I have to do something to help you.
The truth got to help everybody. Send. You're not gonna say goodbye?
Now, Cass, something ugly is beginning to develop in town, and you ought to know about it. People are talking. Now, first they talk, and they drink. Then they talk some more, and then they drink some more. And pretty soon, they go and get a rope. Now, you don't want to be a part of that.
I'm not a part of it. And there's no doubt in my mind that he's guilty.
I don't see how you could be so
Mr.
sure.
Cartwright, men like Rossi are different than we are.
Is it because Rossi is different, as you put it, that there's no doubt in your mind that he's guilty? I mean, he's different, therefore he is guilty.
If I were to tell him that Blake was drinking and that, he could have taken a fall.
I told you to keep out of this. He's been mooning over that Rossi girl. He'd do or say anything to save her father's hide.
That's not true.
What is true? Sandy? Sandy? What is true? I mean, could it have happened the way you just said, that Blake was drunk and he fell? There's a mob ready to lynch Rossi right now for killing Blake.
He didn't fall.
You see?
He tripped, and he hit his head. He was drunk. He pulled me off my horse. We were fighting. Tried to throw me into the lake. I fell down. He tripped over a rock, and he hit his head. That's it. That's all.
Are you telling the truth?
It's the truth. That's how it happened.
Why weren't you man enough to come and tell me?
Because I haven't been able to talk to you for a long time, Pa.
If he can't face up to something, he always blames me. No, I don't think he's blaming you, Cass. Sandy? Let's go to town and tell the sheriff about this, huh?
I'm not alone now, Sheriff.
I have an interesting story to tell you. Just heard it tonight. Sandy Gurney told it to me. Jim Blake, his death was accidental. Blake was giving Sandy a beating, and Sandy was trying to get away, and Blake ran after him and tripped and hit his head against a rock. Is that the way it happened, Sandy?
Yes, sir. I should have spoke up sooner, but I was scared. Mr. Rossi, he saw me right away. He could have told the sheriff. I don't know why he didn't.
Well, maybe he wanted you to tell the sheriff yourself.
I don't believe that.
I do. It doesn't make me proud that my son was afraid to talk to me. But I know he's telling the truth.
So you see, Giorgio Rossi wasn't even there. And you were all quite ready to hang an innocent man, weren't you? Why don't you go home? And let's get Giorgio Rossi home.